he knows the DBs have the most experience, he's going to leave them on some islands and must trust the front seven and will do their jobs and get into the backfield enough to disrupt. Question mark.
Okay, I don't know about leaving certain people on an island. I think Coach Diaz trusts his players, but he also loves to maintain that too high look unless he is blitzing. So he might do a two-man, meaning too high. The free and the strong safety have deep thirds and man everything else underneath. But as far as a true island means that no one is really helping you to that side. You just got that person. He also does a lot of replace blitzing. So what that means is, for example, you have your whole player. So he would send, let's say Gilbert Fryston is at striker. He's coming off of the edge. And our middle linebacker, whoever that be, Corey Fleck Jr., Raymond Steed, all those guys, they blitz up the gut, right? What he would have is replacement hole players. So the weak side linebacker, who would be Keontre Smith, would rush to the middle of the field to replace that area that just was left. And then he would also have a safety come replace where Keontre just left. So it's called replacement zone blitzing, okay? So he sends someone off the far edge and he sends someone up the gut. So what that means is that Keontre would make himself all the way over as the snap is happening. So these two are coming in and he's making his way over. And while that is happening, Bubba Bolden is also making his way down. So they replaced the two areas that were just taken away. And this is how you have your hot route interceptions. Okay, what that means is, okay, as a QB, especially a young guy like Bryce Young, and he's not dumb by any means. QB has really taken a big step up. Okay, yeah, they might be freshmen, but they've been around, and he's a red shirt. He was there last year. Okay, so let's say, for example, the hot route as a slot is when I identify a linebacker or the person covering me blitz is a seam or a slant. Okay, so the defense is counting on one of those things, mostly the slant, because that linebacker, now that you are going up on your slant, that linebacker is coming over from this side because he's too blitzed. He's coming over, and now he wants to hop in front of that route and catch that pick, and it's a pick six. That's what Miami and Coach Diaz is doing a great job of, and that's how when he was a defensive coordinator here, 16 through 18, we had so many interceptions and turnover chain and things of that nature. It was a big deal because we knew how to put quarterbacks in the situation to get rid of the ball and to throw it right where we want them to, due to the fact that we have a zone blitzing scheme where we're replacing where that player just blitzed from.
And every time the linebackers come up, I kind of cringe because this is going to be good. Henry's asking about the linebackers being undersized. So we know the production's not been there, but in terms of their size, and he's comparing them to what he's seen out of Alabama. And Alabama notoriously under Saban just produces these defenses that get off the bus and just look like an NFL team already. So let's start there. So that's a comparison that could be made with just basically any school in the country.
5'10" Corey Flagg, 5'11" BJ Jennings, 5'10", our linebacker core little. They're little guys. And the first running back, Robinson, that we're going to play is 6'2", 230. Okay. We're going to have to rally to the football. It is what it is. No matter how much weights we lift and we run, we're not going to magically line up with 6'4" inside linebackers. So what do? You understand that this is what we have, and there's a certain way that we want to tackle, and we want to come at you, and we want to have like a bees kind of approach to it. What that means is you rarely ever see one bee, okay? There's usually about 30, 40 of them. If you see one, you might want to start looking around because the rest of them are somewhere in that area. That's how you want the approach when you have the defense that we have. It's just that simple, okay? Let's say, for example, Corey Flagg shoots the gap. We don't need to go high. Come in. I need you to grab those thigh boards, wrap that thigh boards, get those legs. He might break one leg free, But if we got 10 other players on their way over there, he can't break 11 tackles. It's just that simple. Yeah, you might bring up UNC and UNC ran for this and that. That's an anomaly game. We're not going to continue to hold that against the staff. Yes, does it make us angry? Yes. Was it a actual factual thing that happened? Yes. But at the end of the day, those coaches saw that too, which is why we went out and got Coach Bob Shute. We went out and got new linebacker coach, new strikers coach, new DB coach. We went out to change things because the defensive side of the ball was not complete just yet. So all I can say is, yes, I agree with you. We do have very undersized linebackers. It's a position that has been under-recruited and underdeveloped for a little bit since Coach Diaz has gotten it. But we have to develop and work on what we have in the building right now. That's the best thing I can give you as an answer.
As these offenses have continued to spread it out, throw it more, do all the things that we've seen over the last 5 years or so, if you took that Miami linebacking core that was successful with Shaq Quarterman, Michael Pinckney, that group, how well would they play? How happy would you be to have that linebacking core in 2021?
Not happy at all.
Okay.
It's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, they were brought here to play that 3-4 system that Coach Diafro. They were Coach Diafro recruits. Okay. Mike Pinckney was going to be the weak side inside linebacker in the 3-4. Shaq Quarterman was going to be the middle linebacker, and Zach McLeod was going to be a strong side stand-up outside linebacker in the 3-4. That's why they came here. Okay. And we see that now because Zach McLeod plays what? Defensive end, which is what a 3-4 edge player is as an outside linebacker. So you kind of got to go back some ways, Mark, for a true linebacking core that can play in today's game. I would say the 2012 linebacking core of Sean Spence and Denzel Perryman. I would take those guys because they're quicker. Yeah, they might be short and undersized, but they played fast. They play quick. Okay, that's what I'm seeing as it's we got these 5'10", 5'11" guys, Mark, but they run 4.64, 4.71. Slow. They're not getting to the ball quick enough. And you might be a 40-yard dash guy that sucks, but even a guy like Shaq Quarterman played fast. He's giving effort. He's trying his way to the ball, but he's just not fast enough to get there sometimes. So what I would love to see is a Chase Smith striker, 6'4", 218-pound Chase Smith. And Keontre Smith, I really like him because he has the speed and the instincts to get to the ball fast enough, but he's an outside linebacker. It's up the gut that really scares me. And that's why I hope that Chase Smith continues to put on the weight, and hopefully he's the middle linebacker of the future, man, because we need that size, and we need it bad.